Okay, so this is important. There's very rarely a time when you do a project like this and you turn it in to the editing team or director or anybody, and they're like, yes, it's awesome, we're good. So, what I want you to do is listen to everything you did and see if it's good. If you like it, that's okay, but I want you to go back in, open DaVinci. Here's your project. Double click that, open it back up, go back into edit, make sure everything's there, go back into Fairlight, go to the top of the timeline, and listen to it again. And you might notice that the background noise is a little too loud for the dialogue.
That is crazy. I would never jump out of a plane.
Well, no one just jumps out of a plane. They have parachutes.
Oh. Okay. What?
Now that's on the actual dialogue track. One thing you could try to do if they say, okay, the noise in the background is a little too much from the set recording. So you can come in and say restoration, noise reduction. Let's see if we could get a little bit of denoising going on here. Auto speech mode.
What about swimming with sharks?
Do I get a shark cage? Okay, how big of a shark are we talking about here?
Here's without it.
Open water. Man-eater. Oh, sorry. Let me turn this up.
The problem is it makes the voice sound kind of unnatural, right? So I'm going to blend less of this effect in.
Oh, it's my phone. Hello? Oh. Sure. I can send those right away. Oh.
That's more subtle. It does reduce some of the noise. I'm going to go back to the top.
That is crazy. I would never jump out of a plane.
Well, no one just jumps out of a plane. They have parachutes.
Oh. Okay. What about swimming with sharks?
Do I get a shark cage? Okay, how big of a shark are we talking about here?
Open.
So I'm listening with and without. Now the problem is maybe not so much as much noise as we have, but there's kind of an inconsistency in the noise. So let's go back to the media pool, to our effects from FCP, and I want to find some of the other effects. See what we got here. Oh, scrubbing's not happening right now. Oh, because I'm in Fairlight. That's why I have to go back to edit to scrub. Okay, this is the effects here that might make it a little better. So right below the dialogue, I'm going to control, add track, stereo, and drop this in. And let's see if this can make it a little better.
Man.
Let's go back home to the top. See if it's more consistent sounding.
That is crazy. I would never jump out of a plane.
Well, no one just jumps out of a plane. They have parachutes.
Oh. Okay. What about swimming with sharks?
Do I get a shark cage? Okay, how big of a shark are we talking about here?
Open water. Man-eater. Oh, sorry. Let me turn this off. Oh, it's...
Not that great,
Hello?
but it's a little better. Oops, I have that solo, that's why. That's funny.
What about swimming with sharks?
Do I get a shark cage? Okay, how big of a shark are we talking about here?
Open water. Man-eater. Oh, sorry.
That actually did help a little bit. It evened out some of the cuts between the dialogue. So they might say sounds a little choppy. Okay, there's a FX stereo effects track in there that you're supposed to put in there. So you add that back in, okay? And then listen to the overall levels of the intro or wherever, and let's bring down some of the background sounds. So we're going to go back into Fairlight, pull out the mixer.
Let me turn this off. Oh, it's my phone.
Solo this.
Oh.
Down a little.
Sure. I can
pull
send
down the
those right
vocals.
away.
Let's pull down some of this.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. Oops. I just turned on the bus. See that? Didn't want to do that. I'm going to scroll over here and turn on the water sounds, not the output bus.
Yes.
Everything all right?
Yeah, sorry, that's my boss. I have to send these files.
Okay. The EQ is okay, but I feel like, let's see. If I scroll back over to the dialogue, there we go. Dialogue. Effects, vocal. I feel like it's a little muddy. I want it to be a little clearer. So I'm going to actually pull down this mid-range.
The meeting's been moved to the morning.
Tomorrow? The Jawalski?
Zawalski.
Oh.
Like so.
Yeah, so I have to get up early in the morning.
Really? You have to leave me right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay, so without the noise reduction, the vocal processing, and on here, this is what it sounds like.
Oh, man.
Again, I'm sorry.
Tomorrow.
With it on.
No.
Hey, don't worry about it.
I had a really good time.
Now it's a little clearer and easier to hear. So then you've already got your in and out points set. You can see it here in this white line up here. That's your out, that dot, and your in is this dot. So now you can deliver again. You would call it second impressions for music. Cut 2. All your settings should be the same. Add to queue. It is, is it in the same library? No. It needs to go to RTVF 30 Fall 24, second impressions. Save. I'm going to close this previous export. We're just going to do this new one. Render all. Okay, now we should be able to just minimize this, go back to Logic. And what I'm going to do is in Logic, oops, did not open, Logic Pro, click that. I'm actually going to solo the music, export it, drop it into my bin, and then I can just have that music available within the project itself rather than use it in Logic. So then I can go back and make changes quickly and not have to open Logic again. So let's see. So I'll go to, let's see, you can't see this, but open recent, second impressions, and I'm going to go like this, hold command, marquee all the way to the top of the timeline, press J and make one long region. And then I'm just going to export, control click, export one region as an audio file. This is going to go in my second impressions folder, but I'm going to make a new folder for audio. Export that. Minimize Logic. Go back to DaVinci. Come back here to Media. And I'm going to make a new bin. Let's see. Bin, file, new bin. We're going to call this music. Okay, go to the music bin, go to our Finder, can look for second impression soundtrack. Oh, no, that's not it. Audio, there it is, streaming tonight. Put that in here. Go back into my edit. Watch this. Now I can come in here right below the dialogue. Control click, add stereo track. Music. Double click this, name it music. Over here, I've got my audio track already. Drag that to the top of the timeline. It's already placed right where I need it.
Yeah, so I have to get up early in the morning.
Really?
That's
You have to
loud.
leave me right
Let's
now.
roll down.
Oh, man.
Again, I'm sorry.
Tomorrow.
I know.
Hey, don't worry.
Now I can mix the music into the whole project and balance everything.
I had a really good time.
I did too. Hey, what time is your presentation over, you think?
Now I feel like we have a much better situation going on here. So we did our first edit, exported, did everything to it, put music to it, but it wasn't quite the edit. So now we fixed it all up. We got it just right, and we're going to deliver this. Cut 3. Should be in the same area. Add to render queue. Now you could leave this one. Just select this one and render 1. Okay, let's go back to our Finder and cut 3. Spacebar to preview.
Okay, how big of a shark are we talking about here?
Open water. Move to the morning.
Jawan?
Yeah, so I have to get up early in the morning.
Really? You have to leave me right now. Oh, man.
Now compare that to the one that we thought was the finished one.
Yes.
Everything all right? Kowalski? Really? You have to leave me right
Oh,
Hey, don't worry about it.
I had a really good time.
It feels a lot better.
Meeting's been moved to the morning.
Hey, tomorrow? The Kowalski?
Zawalski.
Oh, you have to leave me right now.
More subtle background noises, the dialogue holds its place better, the music blends in better. The only issue I find is that noise removal plugin that got rid of a lot of that rumbling and wind noise in the background, it doesn't sound super natural. There's better, more high-level versions of those that you can purchase. We'll get into that at another time, but it is at least a tool that you can use within DaVinci. Okay, so now you have the actual final one. So I'm going to take this, take off, control click that, take off the tag, and put the tag by control clicking onto this one. So you could retitle it Final Cut. And that is the one that you'll now turn in because the exercise originally is had you turn it in, and then the idea is that I said, no, you got to fix some stuff, and now you fixed it, and you can go ahead and turn in this real one.